Welcome to section 20.8 of metabolism. In this video, we'll focus on memorizing the details of cobalamin, which is also known as vitamin B12. Let's get started. This scene takes place on top of a special fighting arena held up by pillars. Notice that Kobe Bryant is fighting at this highly anticipated event. So think Kobe for cobalamin. His opponent is a guy in a cloth garment who has a lot of dark hair. You can't directly see his face, but this guy is a primitive Homo sapien with excellent fighting skills. This Homo sapien fighter guy represents homocysteine. In a vitamin B12 deficiency, serum homocysteine levels are elevated. So Homo sapien for elevated homocysteine. There's usually a girl holding up some sort of sign at these kind of events, so we've included a girl here. Notice that she's holding up a sign that says mixed martial arts. This is to help you remember that a vitamin B12 deficiency results in elevated levels of methylmalonic acid, also known as MMA. So mixed martial arts for elevated levels of MMA. Okay, let's talk about components of the image seen in the background. Notice this big red blood moon with prominent craters. This represents megaloblastic anemia. It's shaped kind of like a red blood cell. It's red like a red blood cell, and it's very large, just like what happens to red blood cells in megaloblastic anemia. So blood moon for megaloblastic anemia. Also, there are prominent craters in this blood moon that look kind of like hypersegmented nuclei. So in B12 deficiency, you will see megaloblastic anemia with hypersegmented neutrophils. Also notice that the stage is upheld by these prominent pillars or columns. The columns here should help remind you that a B12 deficiency results in degeneration of the dorsal columns. So column for dorsal column. The columns are encircled by these spiny-looking bushes that wrap around the columns in a helical shape. This helical shape looks kind of like a DNA helix and should help remind you that vitamin B12 is important for DNA synthesis. The spines on these plants represent the spinocerebellar tracts. The spines here should help remind you that a B12 deficiency results in degeneration of the spinocerebellar tracts. There are also two ladders on each side of the picture, which is how these contesters got on top of their arena. The ladders here represent the lateral corticospinal tract. So ladder for lateral corticospinal tract. A B12 deficiency results in degeneration of the lateral corticospinal tracts. The foliage behind the pillars is a reference to folate. These plants have little red berries on them, which are suggestive of red blood cells. The combination of the foliage in the background along with little red berries alludes to the idea that folate supplementation can mask the hematologic symptoms of a vitamin B12 deficiency. So if you give a patient with a B12 deficiency folate, their hematologic abnormalities may improve, but the neurological deficits seen will not improve. So again, foliage with berries for folate supplementation can mask the hematological symptoms of a B12 deficiency. Speaking of neurological deficits, look closely at the rope that surrounds the fighters. See how there are large segments followed by small segments? This resembles a nerve as the electrical signal travels from one neuron to the next. Also notice that there is a little segment of the rope that has broken throughout the fight. This broken segment of rope represents that prolonged vitamin B12 deficiency can result in irreversible nerve damage. Okay, now that we've discussed the background, let's add a few more characters to the scene. This guy off to the right is Conor McGregor, which is one of the most well-known MMA fighters. Notice that his arms are resting on his thighs and that his shorts are pulled up a bit, so his thighs are beginning to be exposed. The letter M in McGregor, along with exposed thighs, should help you remember that vitamin B12 is a cofactor for methionine synthase. So McGregor thighs for methionine synthase. Okay, now let's turn our attention to the left side of the image. We've added these three new characters who are enjoying the fight. There's also some nasty looking brown mold growing on the bench. This mold looking stuff should help you remember that vitamin B12 is synthesized by microorganisms. Okay, now let's discuss these other characters. Notice that this guy in the white shirt has some leafy vegetables in his hand and he's a bit upset. This is because he's a hardcore vegan and he's annoyed with the people around him who are eating chicken and soda. He got so upset that he intentionally knocked over the drink of the guy in front of him. Now the kid off to the right in the pink shirt is feeling awkward with his KFC bucket, and the guy in the blue shirt below is trying to clean up the mess. This scene with the vegan guy represents that a vitamin B12 deficiency can be caused by veganism. Now it's starting to look like a crowd. Let's zoom up so we can see the details a bit better. Look at all these people eating chicken. We've got KFC and Chick-fil-A. No wonder the vegan guy was getting antsy. All of this chicken should help you remember that vitamin B12 is found in animal products like chicken. Okay, let's zoom up even more to talk about two more details. If you look closely at the spilled drink, you can see that the tissue is not very effective at cleaning up this mess. It's getting soaking wet and starting to break. In other words, it's not very good at absorbing the mess. This part of the picture represents that a vitamin B12 deficiency can be caused by malabsorption problems. There are many examples of malabsorption, so it seems like a bit of an overkill to include each of them, but a few examples include enteritis, alcohol excess, bacterial overgrowth, and achlorhydria. So again, think broken tissue for malabsorption. Now let's look closely at this Chick-fil-A box. Chick-fil-A is pretty good at telling their consumers to eat more chicken instead of beef, and they like to use cows in their advertisements. Notice that the cow on this Chick-fil-A box has a spot on it that looks like a liver. The liver spot on this box should help you remember that vitamin B12 is stored in the liver and that there is a very large reserve pool of vitamin B12 there. This is why it takes a long time to become B12 deficient, and only very strict vegans can develop the clinical features of a vitamin B12 deficiency. Okay, let's zoom out again and look at another character on the bench. Notice this new guy on the far left side of the image on the top bench. Let's zoom up so you can see what he's up to. He's enjoying the fight and eating a plate of enchiladas next to our vegan character. Enchiladas sound kind of like intrinsic factor, so that's what they represent in this image. For step 1, you should know that vitamin B12 absorption is dependent upon intrinsic factor. Recall that the parietal cell in the stomach produces intrinsic factor, which is why patients who have antibodies against the parietal cells can develop a vitamin B12 deficiency, which is known as pernicious anemia. So enchiladas for intrinsic factor. Okay, let's zoom out and wrap up this video with one more character. Notice that towards the bottom of the screen, we've added this guy pulling on a hose, but it won't go any further. He's having a bit of a hard time right now, but he normally takes care of the foliage. This part of the image is alluding to the terminal ileum. The hose is kind of like the gastrointestinal tract, and the fact that he's come to the very end of the hose is a reference to the terminal portion or end portion of the gastrointestinal tract. Therefore, this scene represents that vitamin B12 is absorbed in the terminal ileum. This is why patients who have surgical resection of this part of the small intestine can develop a vitamin B12 deficiency. Likewise, patients with Crohn's disease can develop inflammation and damage to this region of the intestine, which can also cause a vitamin B12 deficiency.